Welcome, 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 welcome back to another day and another lesson in A Course in Miracles. So we completed I See Nothing as It Is Now yesterday, and today we're on lesson 10, which is My Thoughts Do Not Mean Anything. My thoughts do not mean anything. Your thoughts do not mean anything. So let's take a moment, settle in, just grounding. Perhaps today, along with the breath, you can just connect your feet to the ground. Close your eyes. Just feel some roots growing out of the bottom of your feet, going down into the earth. Taking some breaths in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Allowing all other thoughts and distractions to gently fade into the distance as you bring your full attention to right here, right now. Using the breath to bring your focus in. Just a few more breaths here. As we prepare to receive the lesson for today. Last breath. As we go into my thoughts do not mean anything. This idea that my thoughts do not mean anything, your thoughts do not mean anything, applies to all the thoughts of which you are aware or become aware of in the practice periods. The reason the idea is applicable to all of them is that they are not your real thoughts. We've made this distinction before, and we will do so again. You have no basis for comparison as of yet, and when you do, you will have no doubt that what you once believed were your thoughts did not mean anything. This is the second time we've used this kind of idea. The form is only slightly different. This time the idea is introduced with my thoughts instead of these thoughts, and no link is made overtly with the things around you. The emphasis now is on the lack of reality of what you think you think. This aspect of correction process began with the idea that the thoughts of which you are aware are meaningless, outside rather than within, and then stressed their past rather than their present status. Now we are emphasizing that the presence of these thoughts means that you are not thinking. This is merely another way of repeating our earlier statement that your mind is really a blank. To recognize this is to recognize nothingness when you see it. As such, it is the prerequisite for vision. So close your eyes as we go through these exercises and introduce them by repeating the idea for today quite slowly to yourself. My thoughts do not mean anything. My thoughts do not mean anything. Then add, this idea will help to release me from all I now believe. These exercises consist, as before, in searching your mind for all the thoughts that are available to you. Without selection or judgment, try to avoid classification of any kind. In fact, if you find it helpful to do so, you might imagine that you are watching an oddly assorted procession going by, which has little, if any, personal meaning to you. As each one of those thoughts cross your mind, say, my thought about does not mean anything. My thought about that next procession does not mean anything. Today's thought can serve for any thought that distresses you at any time. In addition, 5 practice periods are recommended, each involving no more than a minute or so of mind searching. It's not recommended that this time period be extended, and it should be reduced to a half minute or less if you experience discomfort. Remember, however, to repeat the idea slowly before applying it specifically. My thoughts do not mean anything. And also to add that this idea will help to release me from all that I now believe. And then the minute or so of mind searching. So yeah, starting off, my thoughts do not mean anything, having your eyes closed. That this idea will help release me from all I now believe. And then going into the practice of my thought about does not mean anything. Finishing up those last couple of thoughts. And so we did the first practice period. 5 are recommended today. If you find that going a full minute causes any stress or strain, just make it 30 seconds. And you can also use this idea for any thought that distresses you at any time. Hope you have such an incredible day, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.